Hello, Internet. Jesus loves you. My name's Cody, and this is the Christian News Show we do on Tuesdays and Thursdays with geeksundergrace.com. And the first thing that we're going to talk about today is Barbie and Ken dolls, because there's these artists called Marianella Pirelli and Emiliano Paolini. I need to take a class just on pronouncing names. But they made this art exhibit where they took 33 Barbie and Ken dolls and turned them into religious figures. They have the nativity scene and then Jesus on the cross. And everyone is getting super offended, which I could get if it was actually the Barbie company doing this, which is what I kind of thought at first. I was like, whoa. But they're artists. They took something and turned it into something else, which is what artists kind of do. I mean, I think the most offensive thing about it was probably the title, which was Barbie, the plastic religion. I don't know, I guess that's just like the weirdest Christian news I could find for the day. And since we're talking about things that offend Christians, which I guess is usually just everything, right? But I want to talk about this new sitcom coming out, and it's being produced by the production company created by Johnny Geeky, which is Leonard in The Big Bang Theory. And the idea of the sitcom is that a guy is going to live for an entire year as close to biblically sound as possible. And when I say that, I'm not saying, live by grace. It's live as literally as close to the Bible as possible, following all 613 laws found in the Old Testament. Which, by the way, there are 613 laws in the Old Testament, if you didn't know that. And so I love the idea. I think it's great, but I'm almost positive there's probably not going to be any kind of Christian hands on this project at all. The show could definitely do a lot of bad. It's going to put Christianity in a bad light unless there is a side character that plays a true Christian. But most likely you're going to get one of two things if they even have a Christian side character, and that is one who is very hypocritical and overly conservative, or overly liberal. And writing either of those characters into the show could have good intentions and just go very badly. They just really need to find that balance of somebody who realizes that it is grace that saves us, but it is that salvation that produces our works. Without that revelation being had, this show is not going to put any good lighting on Christianity whatsoever. A couple other things I should note: there is no release date yet, and the fact that it was actually an experiment done in 2007 that this agnostic guy tried to actually do this and then wrote it all into a book. That being said, I'm very interested in how it's going to pan out. And from that, our final story of the day brings us to Guatemala. They just elected a new president there named Jimmy Morales. And the thing that caught my eye with this story is that he is a Christian comedian. That's who they decided to elect for president. And I'm very interested in how this is going to pan out because it makes a lot of sense when you think about it. Comedians should definitely be decent politicians. If you've ever spoken to any kind of comedian before, you know that they are pretty deep thinkers. They like to overanalyze everything, and that's how they get their jokes out of situations. They're also very charismatic, which you kind of need if you want people to like you so that they vote for you and then also listen to what you have to say. That's why the show doesn't do so well. But yeah, it's a Christian comedian who is going to be the president of Guatemala. I want to know what you guys have to say about that. Do you think that it should always be a politician and nothing but a politician running for president? Or do you think that these other things, like Ben Carson is a surgeon, and it's kind of strange to think of these other professions getting into politics, but I like the idea. So question of the day is going to be, do you think that presidents should be politicians first, or do you think that maybe they should have other professions so they can experience other things besides political science? I want to know what you guys have to say, so please leave a comment in the comment section below with your answer. Make sure you check out geeksundergrace.com for more geeky content. My name's Cody Armour, bringing you Christian news every Tuesday and Thursday in a not so boring kind of way. In closing, let the haters hate, let the creatures pray, and to everybody like and subscribe, I will see you later, and God bless.